What's up, everyone? It's Eric Mojica with Mo Baseball and Training. Corey Seager is out for the year with Tommy John surgery and wanted to do a breakdown on his throwing mechanics. The fact that torn UCLs can happen to anyone on the baseball field, I think that it speaks to the notion that pitch count isn't the only thing to look for when protecting a player's arm. When we look at throwing mechanics, I believe that the biggest thing to look out for is timing and what individuals' throwing positions look like. When looking at Seager fielding ground balls in spring training, I see some bad habits in his throwing motion, especially considering that there is minimal intensity in his drill work. As you see him getting in his throwing position, I want you to pay attention to where his arm is at when he plants his front foot to the ground. Here you see his arm cocked back, and as he continues to throw, he gets a great amount of external rotation. From here, the only way that he can whip his arm through is to rotate at the torso. As you can see with the shot here, there is a lot of force going into his elbow and shoulder. On top of that, as you see him finish his throw, his feet stop moving and has no other choice but to let the arm provide even more force to make his throw. Now granted, there is minimal intensity on this particular throw, but if you watch him play shortstop every night, this is his natural throwing pattern. Over the course of 162 games, think about how many throws he makes out of this position. Even worse, when he makes a rush throw after a diving play in the hole, the likelihood of these forces in his elbow will be much greater. When it comes to UCL injuries, overuse is the common denominator, but when we look at throwing mechanics, they can give us more insight on why he got hurt in the first place. There were probably other factors such as fatigue that causes his elbow to tear, but at the end of the day, I think that looking at biomechanics can help us improve the way that we move on an everyday basis. If we can find the root of the problem, then we can increase our chances of staying healthy and being productive on the field.